Hello and welcome to my first YouTube episode. Woo! Saber won't move. Saber's my cat if you don't know. My first YouTube video. Wow, welcome. So excited. I'll get a mic and stuff later, but I thought I would start this creative venture impulsively. Pretends to be shocked. I just don't really want to think too hard about it. I don't really want to make it feel like work. Because if I do that, then I won't want to do it. Thought I would spend this first episode, I keep calling it an episode, but I guess I don't really know what this is. I thought I would make this first video / audio recording. Saber, can you, god damn it, go somewhere. I have a very needy cat, you guys. Like a cat that, she started purring. A cat that truly will not leave me alone. She said, yeah, and what about it? See, here's the thing. I'm very nervous about doing any type of long form content because a bitch doesn't know how to shut up. And also I just don't know if I'll be able to keep trains of thought, but I also don't want to plan it too hard because then it's not gonna be fun. So we're sussing things out. I thought I would spend today in this first episode recording just kind of talking about my rationale behind wanting to make a longer form content, motivation behind doing YouTube / podcasting versus, I don't know, like a Substack or something. And Saber.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Like there's a whole window for her to sit and she keeps sitting right where I am. It's driving me nuts. Anyways, I don't need to yap too much about why I'm doing it. Well, okay, let me explain. Capitalism is crushing me. It's crushing me. I just really hate the feeling of everything that I create needing to be something that makes me money and that being the kind of primary intention behind creation. And I try my hardest to not use like social media like that. Like I try to just like post the shit I want to post and not worry too much about that. Doesn't always translate into like the most consistent sales framework, but that's another thing. I'm feeling a lot of burnout in terms of strategy. I don't really like the feeling of like everything that I am creating from my brain being strategic, and I want to do more stuff for fun, and I want to do more shit that's just like fun and chill. And a lot of my audience, I love you guys. Like I really fuck with y'all. I really fuck with my followers on Instagram. I fuck with the community that I've created, and I want to interact with it and engage with it a little bit more in like a more casual way, in a way that's less like about me being like, hi, I'm a dietitian and here's my thoughts about this. Like, yes, I will still do that, and I'll probably do that type of content on this platform that I haven't even decided what that is. I feel like it's YouTube. I'm feeling called to YouTube, but I'll do content like that. I'll do dietitian content. I definitely want to talk deeper about some of the struggles that I face with my clients and like what my clients are experiencing as like neurodivergent people and nutrition and all that stuff. But I also just kind of want to be able to also yap and also be myself and also talk about other stuff. Also talk about my own personal struggles because a queen does not have it figured out. Okay. Like I have certain things figured out. I'm constantly changing. I'm constantly learning. Life is but a series of trial and errors. And I would love to like share more of that in a way that makes y'all feel more validated, less alone, start thinking about your own struggles in different ways, and just nurturing more of a genuine community that I feel like has already formed on my Instagram. And I just kind of want to like really get her going. Long story short, wanted to do YouTube or podcast, but probably YouTube, because one, I want to be creative without strategy. I just want to lean into my creativity and into my flow. That's something I've been learning as an ADHDer specifically. And if you don't know a lot about me or my ADHD, I am very hyperactive. I don't really have the like inattentive types of ADHD. I have pretty much like full-fledged hyperactive. A bitch does not know how to relax. I think constantly about something. And being a business owner on top of that, ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot of thinking about business while I'm trying to fall asleep type of thing. What I've really come to learn over this last year is that my brain actually benefits a lot from flow, as do a lot of ADHDers, which is why a lot of us are like burnt out and depressed because we're like working 9 to 5s. We have to like do the same fucking thing for like 8 hours straight. And we're like so bored and like masked the whole time. And then we get home and we're like, oh my God, I cannot wait to just like crush this joint and eat a bunch of dopamine stimulating food. So long story short, I've been trying to like chase the dopamine in my day a little bit more and do more fun shit and exist more in flow, which has looked like, instead of being like, okay, it's 9 a.m. I need to start working and fucking trying to make myself work for 8 hours and then staring at my screen and being like, I literally cannot formulate a single thought, being able to be like, I think I'm just gonna like go outside and like mess in my garden for like 10 minutes, like, and then like halfway through me gardening being like, I don't want to do this anymore, and then like going inside and being like, I'm gonna work on some content, and then like get halfway through a reel and be like, no, I don't want to work on this anymore, and like bouncing around more. And though that might be like not productive and not realistic for everyone, because not everybody has the means to have flexibility like that, I am very privileged in my ability to do that. But I've just noticed that like following the dopamine a little bit more, existing more in flow. Saber, excuse me, just gonna move over here for a little bit until she moves. She's been doing this thing where she hangs from, yep, here we go. It's an inactive cord, don't worry. But here's another angle. Look at, she like hangs from her back feet. It's so dangerous. Not distracting at all. Fully lost my train of thought. Trying to exist more in flow, chase the dopamine, and tune more into my creativity, because I don't know, I'm just like, me and my inner child have been really like talking a lot lately. I've been like, girl, what do you want? And she's been like, I want to fucking create. And like, you might be like, girl, you have an Instagram that you post 6 days a week on, you're creating. But again, there's like a lot of strategy and intention behind a lot of that creation, which I still enjoy doing. And I've definitely reassessed my approach to posting on Instagram because I want it to feel more creative and fun for me. I also want to create just for the function of creating. I really love the community that I've made on Instagram, and I just like want more of it in like a less pressurized way. So I don't know if any of that made sense. Hopefully like some of that was relatable to you. That's kind of brought me to this idea of some type of like longer form content. That plus feeling like existing on the internet is it's like people are allergic to nuance. And I've been like really exhausted with the concept of like a clip being posted and then someone being like upset that it like taking it out of context, or being like, well, what about this? And it's like, well, obviously there's nuance and exceptions. Like, I literally can't, like, what do you want me to do? I literally can't explain every single possible scenario and every single piece of nuance in a 15-second clip. Hence, hey, maybe we can talk more in depth over here. Nuance is welcome. Details and exceptions are welcome. Your lived experience is valid. And like, that's the real work that I do with my clients. Like, there's not a lot of absolutes in the work that I do with my clients. And I feel like it'll be more fun to like get into the nitty gritty of some of the work that I do with my clients and give you guys some more information about like what their relationships with food look like, and like the things that the strategies that we've explored, and like what trial and error has consisted of for them. So that's another thing that I've been like wanting to, like a reason why I've been called to a little bit longer form content is like, I can explain some of these things, give more like case study vibes, maybe like bring some clients on if they're down for it. I don't know. Just kind of like riffing, honestly. I just don't want to think too hard about it. You know, I'm tired of thinking too hard. Thinking too hard is the bane of my fucking existence, actually. It's the bane of my existence, and also like my natural state. Like, I just genuinely think too hard. But yeah, anyways, I was talking about my inner child. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, my inner child, me and her have been talking a little bit more. And like, that girl used to be creative. I used to sit and creative write and journal just to create like poetry and creative writing and story writing. And like, a lot of my teachers in school like complimented my writing skills. I just was so much more in a dance with my creativity, and it felt so much less like, I just feel like capitalism has really fucked my relationship with creation. So I'm just really trying to unlearn that, which is also why I spend a lot of time in my garden because like I simply am gardening because I enjoy being in the dirt, and like there's something so fun about like seeing your seedlings grow and like watching a flower bloom, and you're just like, I fucking did that. Like, sorry, Saber's gonna fall. I want more of that in my life, and I'd love to encourage a lot of you guys to have more of that in your life, especially like with the kind of hellscape politically right now. I just feel like, where's the joy, y'all? Where are you getting your joy at? Let me know. Let me know where you're deriving your joy from. Mine has been gardening having a reliable partner, reaching out to my friends more, reaching out to my parents more, which like I know isn't applicable for everyone. Like some people's families are fucked and like you shouldn't be calling your parents, but like my parents personally are like pretty good people and I love them a lot and I want to stay connected with them. And perfect. That was Saber falling. Here's the mic. Perfect. That was Saber falling. Hopefully that'll be funny. It's kind of annoying. But anyways, I've been fostering joy by calling my friends more, getting outside more, spending more time with my like loved ones, partner, niece and nephew. Children are fun to spend time with in short amounts if you're not a parent. Where are you getting all this joy from? And are you pouring into it with this political landscape? And me becoming increasingly resentful of like this late stage capitalism and like hearing a lot of my clients be just like so burdened by like job searching and like general like dissatisfaction in their job but fear to leave, like the effects of burnout because of that. Like I am just like, how can we combat this a little bit? How do we fight back a little bit on a personal scale, which I know a lot of solutions are not about individual choice. Very much aware of that. There's things we can do. And I think community is a huge one. That's another reason why I'm like, let's get on the tube and talk a little bit, you guys. Like, let's chat it up. Drop in the comments maybe what are some ways you've been kind of like keeping your head above water in the like doomsday political environment. What are you doing to foster joy? How are you kind of unlearning some of this like capitalism and colonialism? For me, that's like connecting with creativity in a way that isn't a means to an end. Like I want to create because creating is fun and creating is a flow of energy and I have a lot of it. I have a lot of energy and I think it's therapeutic to pull it out in a way that doesn't feel like it's being forced or that it's a means of survival, but creating in a way that feels fun and therapeutic. I feel like that was crazy. I feel like this is a crazy way to start this channel journey, whatever. But I was thinking kind of 8. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta watch this back because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I really just said like the craziest, most profound shit. And then I watch it back and I'm like, no, no girl. But yeah, I want to do more like fun, get ready with me's, even though I don't really get ready. Like I don't really wear makeup. I do skincare. Do like get ready with me, skincare, maybe like something along those lines. I'm gonna do some like cooking stuff. Don't get your hopes up when I say that, okay? I am not a chef. I don't cut things very often. I'm making quick, easy meals, but maybe that's something that will be fun to share with you guys. So maybe like client case studies, like maybe I'll have some clients who will be willing to do some interviews so we can talk about their lived experiences so you can hear from someone other than myself. Maybe I'll do some like guest speaking from some of the experts that I have become friends with. I think I will end this video with a prompt for you guys. Let's do some type of like Q&A at some point. And I would love for you guys to ask me personal questions. Like, let's get to know each other a little bit. Feel free to ask me about RD stuff, nutrition. If you're like, no, like tell me about seed oils, bitch. Like we can talk about it, but also like, if you want to know my favorite color, let me know. And comment some questions about my personal life, my career, my move to the Midwest. Like love talking about that. I love talking about moving out of California. That was a really like interesting time in my life. Also have sibling death, like trauma dump moment. I have sibling death. If that's something, grief is something I like to talk about as well. I don't talk about a lot on my page. Let's do some like Q&A vibes in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to know about me and I'll do like get to know me video after this. I think that's it. I think a little like less than 20 minute is a good place to start. Give me your feedback, you guys. Okay. Have a good day. Subscribe, right? Is that what they say? Hit that fucking bell, bitch. Hit that bell. Subscribe. Turn post notifications on. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you for watching. Hope you like it here. Excited to see where this goes. I need to go get Saber out from under. She's stuck in a cabinet, so I need to go get her. But bye. See you next time.